We seem to be having quite a debate in this country concerning health care. Even a Supreme Court decision lately hasn't quelled the debate, but has only fueled the fervor. A recent headline stated that a majority of the GOP have turned against Chief Justice Roberts, whom they had supposed was a conservative, but now he's voted in favor, for the most part, of the new health care law. Well, let me hasten to say I'm not a lawyer. I wish Justice Roberts' decision had been different, and I do not support the newly passed health care law. That being said, however, there are other important issues that I believe need to be addressed. I remember taking a civics class in school, although to be honest, I didn't retain much of it past the point of being able to pass an exam. However, I do remember we were taught that this nation was founded upon the principles found in our Constitution. And according to what our civic book said, we had 3 co-equal branches of government. It has taken me nearly 50 years to realize that the Constitution did not, and I repeat, did not, set up 3 co-equal branches of government. The civic book lied to us at this point. Now that may come as a bit of a shock to you, as it did me. However, a careful study of our Constitution will show that each of the 3 branches of government have been given specific areas of responsibilities, and each have checks and balances upon each other, but they are not co-equal. And they had good reasons for setting it up this way. The legislative branch, by far, has been given the most weight to govern because Congress is closer to the people. Well, they're supposed to be anyway. Good luck these days in trying to get to one of them unless you have a sizable check in hand. The executive branch, or president, is the second weightiest branch, again with specific powers and again with checks and balances in place. The third level and the least of the 3 is the Supreme Court. It has the responsibility, among many other things, of making sure that the laws that are passed by Congress are constitutional. Congress, for far too long, has shirked their responsibilities and have depended upon the courts to make unpopular decisions because the court doesn't have to face the elections and Congress does. It is high time for Congress to develop some backbone and moral character instead of acting like some spineless amoeba cowering to every small minority deviant group that comes along. Congress also has the responsibility as well of checks and balances to the President of the United States. And we, the people, have for far too long shirked our responsibilities to elect statesmen rather than politicians. Having our ears tickled, so to speak, isn't giving us good government, and it's not the government's place to take care of us from cradle to grave. It's high time we demand that the parties sponsor people of noble character to run for office, and for we, the people, to educate ourselves on issues and candidates. Then vote for candidates who have noble character rather than believe in whoever makes the slickest promises, and demand that they remain accountable to the ones they represent rather than the lobbyists and special interest groups. The health care debate only points up the dilemma we have created for ourselves in this nation by our failure to do so. To quote our 20th president, James A. Garfield, "Now more than ever before, the people are responsible for the character of the Congress." And I would hasten to add, our state legislatures as well. I'm Darrell Nelson, and that's the stone cold truth.